Welcome, I'm Professor Dreadmore. Tonight we delve into a tale collected during my work, a story where whispers call from the depths of aged letters. Prepare for a journey through unsettling corridors of time. Let the eerie presence pull you in as the past breathes fearfully to life. Brace yourself for a truly chilling narrative. My name is Jack, and I work as a mail sorter in an old post office. The building is a relic, standing since before my grandfather was born. The walls are thick, with old wood that creaks even when no one's around. I spend my nights sorting letters and parcels. It's lonely, but I like the solitude. One night, while sorting through the usual mix of bills and postcards, I find an envelope addressed to me. It's strange because I never receive mail at work. The handwriting is elegant, almost forgotten in today's world of emails and texts. The paper feels heavy, like it carries more than just words. I set it aside, unsure. But as the night goes on, curiosity gnaws at me. Finally, I pick it up and open it. The paper is rough under my fingers. The words are scrawled, each letter dipping and rising like waves. As I read, an uneasy feeling grips me. The story inside is detailed, almost like a diary, recounting a tale of sorrow. It speaks of a woman, lost and alone, wandering through halls much like the ones in this post office. She talks about shadows, whispering her name, and a cold that seeps into her bones. Her words are filled with desperation, a longing for help or release. I pause, my breath shallow. It's just a story, I tell myself. Days pass by, each night bringing a new letter addressed to me. Each one tells more of this woman's tale, her sorrow cutting deeper with every line I read. I start to feel a connection, as if her words are meant just for me. Her stories are entwined with warnings, veiled references to things lurking just beyond the edge of sight. It doesn't help that I start hearing things too, soft whispers that blend with the night. The creaks and groans of the old building now seem like responses to something unseen. The letters pile up, each heavier than the last, filling me with a dread I can't shake off. Sometimes I hold them in my hands, and they feel warm, as if holding a pulse of their own. I mention them to my co-worker, Ben, just to see if he's played a trick on me, but he brushes it off with a laugh. His easy dismissal offers no relief. I start checking the sorting room before my shift, making sure there's no one hiding, playing games with my head. But the fear lingers. These envelopes shouldn't be here. Someone or something wants me to find them. Each night becomes a vigil, waiting for the next letter. It's as if they carry a secret that's creeping closer, threatening to uncover something about this place, or maybe about myself. The letters don't stop. Each night, another one waits for me. The tales inside grow darker, filled with despair. I read them with shaking hands. The woman writes about figures in the shadows, eyes watching her every move. Each sentence feels like a warning wrapped in sorrow. I find myself looking over my shoulder more often, noticing things that shouldn't be there. At night, the post office is alive. Floors creak without reason, and shadows stretch too far. Whispers seem to come from the walls, soft and taunting. They call my name, just like the woman described. I start to avoid certain corners, places where the air feels colder, heavier. It's like the walls have secrets of their own, wanting me to know but reluctant to reveal. I dig through the pile of letters, hoping to find a clue. Each envelope is the same, yet unique in its own horror. They speak of a hidden room, buried somewhere in this old building, a place where the woman felt trapped. I scour the rooms and hallways, looking for anything that might fit the descriptions. My heart pounds as I open each door, unsure of what might be behind. One night, I notice a section of wall in the back room, different from the rest. The wood there seems newer, the dust lighter. My hand trembles as I reach out to touch it, feeling the chill seeping through. I press against the panels, feeling for a latch or a hinge. With a soft click, it gives way to a narrow passage. Inside, darkness envelops me, thicker than any night. The air smells stale, like it's been trapped for years. The room is empty, save for an old desk and scattered papers, similar to the ones I've been receiving. My breath catches as I step inside, each creak amplified in the silence. I can hear my heartbeat in my ears, loud and frantic. I sift through the papers, looking for answers. Each piece holds words similar to the letters. It's like finding pages from a story written long ago, a story that didn't end well. My skin crawls as I read more about the woman's plight. She wrote about something someone shouldn't have disturbed, something that now seeks others to ensnare. I can't explain why, but I feel drawn to a particular corner of the room. There's a bundle of old letters there, bound with twine. As I reach for them, the whispers grow louder, overlapping, filling the air with urgency. And then I see it, a name, faintly scrawled on the back of one letter. It's my name, barely visible under layers of dust and time. I stagger back, the whispers a roar in my ears. It's like the building is speaking to me, revealing pieces of a puzzle I never wanted to solve. In that moment, I realized something. The letters were not just stories, but a recount of a life trapped, reaching out through time to warn, to lure, or maybe something worse. I feel something stir, as if reacting to my discovery, leaving me gasping and on edge. I'm back at the post office, and everything feels wrong. The air is thick with whispers. They press against me like a tide. I can barely think. My mind churns with the woman's story, the letters, the trapped life. I need answers. More importantly, I need this to stop. I spend my days searching records, digging through the post office's dusty archives. Pages yellowed with age crumble in my hands. I piece together fragments, names, dates, fading photos. A picture slowly forms. The woman was once here, long ago. Her tale real and tragic. These walls were her prison. They held her secrets, her pain. Throughout it all, the whispers are relentless. They rise with the darkness, echoing in every room. They call, urge, demand. I feel them alive, a presence stalking me. My hands clutch at the letters, my lifeline to understanding. The creeping dread never leaves me. I know it waits, hungers for something only I can give. One night, the post office seems to breathe around me, the wooden beams shifting like sinew and bone. The shadows feel heavier, pressing close, stealing my breath. The letters in my hand tremble. It's as if they vibrate with a life force, calling out to their owner. I can feel it, stirring beneath the surface, waiting for me. I return to the hidden room. It's darker now, the walls closing in. Dust motes dance in the air, caught in a cold draught. The stack of letters calls to me. My heart races as I approach. I'm drawn to them, too slow to resist. They've been waiting for this moment, for someone to listen, to release. I light a candle, its feeble flame flickering against the gloom. It casts long, shaky shadows. I place the letters in a small pile and set them ablaze. The flames roar up, consuming old pain and sorrow. The whispers rise to a crescendo, a plea, a cry. The room vibrates with their power, as if fighting against what I'm trying to do. The walls creak and groan. I hear a sound like a sigh, the building exhaling after a long-held breath. It's over. The whispers fade. The air clears. The shadows melt back into their corners, taking their secrets with them. I stand there, the silence heavy and profound. It's a relief, the absence of whispers almost deafening. I've done it. I've broken the spell, set free whatever was trapped. Somehow, I feel lighter, like a weight has lifted. The next night, I walk into work. The creaks are just wood settling. The shapes in the corner are only shadows, harmless in the dim light. I still sort the mail, but there are no more letters addressed to me. The post office is just a building again, its spectres finally laid to rest. For the first time in what seems like forever, I take a breath that feels free. The air is clear, the whispers gone. The woman's story ends with her release, and a peace stretches through the old walls. The letters, and what they brought, are no longer a burden, but a purge of something long overdue. And so the echoes of these letters fade, leaving us questioning what lurks in forgotten corners. Remember, stories like these remind us that the past isn't always at rest. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this dark descent. Join us again tomorrow for another tale, as terror awaits daily. Until next time, stay watchful.